And welcome, boxing fans, to Las Vegas. We are just minutes away from one of the most anticipated and important fights in all of world's history.
Well, that's right, Clarence. We're finally going to get a chance to see Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather square off, and perhaps a few years too late, but better than late than never. I'm just so excited.
You know what? I'm sick of people saying that Jonesy, Pac-Man, and Money are still the two best fighters on the planet, and the years have just added to the drama. I think we're getting ready to see World War III, IV, and V.
Your lips to God's ears, my friend. Here they come.
Oh, my goodness. Boxers don't get older, they just get meaner, Jonesy.
I checked in with the commission this morning, and Manny Pacquiao will not be allowed to wear his breathing apparatus in the ring. How is his chronic pneumonia going to play into this bout?
It'll play a role, no doubt, but more pivotal than that, Mayweather's grandchildren haven't visited him in over 6 months.
Wow.
Oh, Money is distraught, and we may see a will get updated mid-fight.
Well, you know what? That might work out for us.
Fingers crossed.
Keep saying good things about him. Anyway, that's going to do it for us here at BSTV and our pre-fight coverage.
Hey, stay tuned for the main event. It's the Box Score. Starts right now.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Howard Coward for Box Score.
Hello and welcome to the Box Score. I'm Brock in Los Angeles, joined by the Danets in Milford, Connecticut. Guys, the NFL draft is one day old. Happy birthday. And we are looking forward to a huge weekend in sports. Now, Paulie, are you going to watch the draft or are you one and done?
Oh, no, I'll watch a lot. I love second day of the draft, round 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't lie to you. I'll watch quite a bit of it. Like the players I watch there's like a defensive end from Harvard, and then the kid we had, Tyler Varga. All the 1AA players I like. I'll watch a lot of the second day, third day draft.
McLovin, was last night a bit of a disappointment with no major trades?
It was kind of flat. You were sitting there, they came out with 2 rumors of teams trading up to number 2, and we've been talking about it all day. Yeah, I was definitely disappointed. There just wasn't that sizzle. You did have some good hugs, some good draft outfits. Some mispronunciations.
A lot of booing.
A lot of booing. You had some color around the draft, but you didn't have that moment.
Guest host Ross Tucker talked to Roger Goodell and asked him about preparing to pronounce these names at the draft, but didn't ask the commissioner about mispronouncing Marcus Mariota's name. Now, Seton, does Tucker need to buy a dog?
Oh, clearly. Absolutely, there's no question. And especially because we played the soundbite just before the commissioner was on, and then he didn't even go, Mariotto or whatever he said, Mariotto.
Domo arigato.
Domo arigato. Mariotto.
Sometimes I think you have
Sounds
to
like
know.
John Sterling.
Sometimes I think you have to know your place in the universe, your place on the food chain.
Like that? Come on. He even talked about, he said like, hey, Mr. Commissioner, how much prep do you have to do? Because there's a lot of names there. And then they like deflected to Gary Bettman, like, at least I don't have those names.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the perfect time. Jump in. And
well,
like, who was the second player taken again? Was it?
I know, you
And
think
you would hope you'd have a
Mariotto.
Yeah. But Ross did tell us before, he's like, oh, I have a really good relationship with the head of PR there and with the commissioner. Now we know why. But that being said,
that's when you tested.
Ross did redeem himself with a little Deflategate action. I thought like there was some good tidbits in that interview. So Ross has some tough questions.
Hey, Fritchie, is Tucker the new go-to guest now that he's guest host now that he's handled business for the last couple days?
I got to tell you, and I love Mannix, and we've had some other fun.
It doesn't matter if you love him or not.
I thought Ross did a great job. I liked his energy. Just comparing.
Why'd you bring Mannix's name in there?
Because Mannix has been the main host, and I love what Mannix says. I know he's been kind of being smacked around a little bit.
So you're saying you like Ross more? That's like setting up. I like Ross more.
I'd rather not pick one over the other. What I will say is I thought Ross did a great job, and he should get many more opportunities.
I think Lawrence is really great, but you have to use him at the right time. I don't think we could put him on in the middle.
And he even admitted that. He said in mid-July, I don't know if I'd be the right person.
Yeah, I don't know that he would work then.
Well, you could tap into his football.
The last 2 days, he was perfect. Right?
You're right.
I agree.
We did time. Actually, when we booked Ross to fill in, we saw that the 2 days would be around the NFL draft. Ross is a pure football guy who can do other things, but it's like when Mannix started out 5 years ago. He was a pure basketball guy who did some boxing. Now Mannix can open up. When we had Florio on 6 years ago for the first time hosting, Florio was so all football that when we brought up the concept of talking about any other topic but pro football, not even college football. He'd be like,
it seemed like
and you'd have to give him questions to be like, hey, did you hear about Paul Pierce going to another team? He'd be like, Paul Pierce.
But you know what's interesting? Now the football season is full on, except for May, June, and July. Starting August 1st, what's the #1 sport in America? Training camps open?
Yeah.
There are not many months where Ross Tucker doesn't work. Look at the numbers, dude.
I also
it's
like
not even close.
I also like with Ross, he just comes across as like an average guy that you can hang out with. He doesn't put on any kind of broadcasting voice. He's very self-deprecating about how successful his NFL career was with, like, he was reintroducing
himself. You fell for that act, huh?
You may not know who I am.
Self-deprecating.
Dude, Todd, did you really fall for that? I was just a journeyman NFL player. Yeah. No, he's not arrogant at all.
Fella.
Ivy Leaguer, NFL veteran.
Yeah, interviewed
There's
Roger
no way
it
could be that likable.
No.
Like, nobody is really that likable. He's got to be
I think he'd be the first to tell you. If we put him on the spot and said, are you that likable? He would say, nah, not really, because he's just one of us, It's just something, except he's a professional football player.
And he's also our meathead James Vanderbeek, and a solid job by him. And, of course, Mannix did actually call in and had to call out the entirety of Dan Nation.
By the way, Ross, doing a terrific job the last couple of days. Every time I check my Twitter, though, like, you're filling in. It's always something about me sucking. It's like, I'm not even there, and it's like, Mannix sucks. I don't understand this whatsoever. I'm not even there.
Well, I think it's because you're the normal fill-in, right? Or you're the more regular fill-in?
I just think I draw this negativity for some reason over some listeners and viewers of the show that just, even when I'm not there, it comes out.
So are you kind of like the McLovin of fill-ins?
I guess, but please don't compare me to him.
Well, I was going to throw out a theory, maybe because it's true.
Oh, man.
Right.
McLovin.
Listen, Milquetoast. Go back to sitting in your corner.
Wow.
So proud of yourself there.
Yeah. Well, listen, Ross threw out a jab there. Mannix threw out a jab there. Hey, it's boxing weekend. That's called a counter punch.
I'll tell you one thing about
Take
Mannix.
that,
Mannix goes, when I'm gone, I look on Twitter and all I hear is I suck. Wait till after the interview you just did. People, they got your attention on Twitter. They'll do it twice as much now that you mentioned it and gave them some credit for it.
Hey, Paulie, has there been a DP show guest host that has totally sucked and you didn't ask him back?
Oh, yes.
Well,
I would say 7 out of 10, percentage-wise. Let's not kid each other. Filling in for Dan Patrick is a job you wouldn't want because no matter how good you do, you're not Dan Patrick. So it doesn't even matter how great you are. Trying to fit in with us, our style, our listeners who've been here for a long time, it's not a job I'd really envy. Everyone's like, what an opportunity to be on the Dan Patrick Show. Well, yeah, but no one thinks of it like an opportunity. They think like, hey, you better do a good job because Dan does a great job. So we've had at least, I could think of 7 or 8 people we've had do it once or twice that I would never choose to have back again.
Well, my favorite guest hosts were, of course, Free Beer and Wings. Stellar effort on their part. Stay with us. We are off to the races. Seton, you want to race me? Try to keep up with me in my Ram 1500 Eco Diesel. Every truck can tow a boat, every truck can haul a trailer. Every truck can climb a hill, but not everybody has the most fuel-efficient half-ton truck on the road. Get more facts and look at my taillights, baby, at ramtrucks.com. Guts, glory, Ram. We are back here on the box score. Guys, the Kentucky Derby is tomorrow, but nobody seems to be talking about it at all this year. Now, McLovin has the big fight stolen away sports fans' small attention span for the fringe sports, or are we just sort of over this horse racing thing?
Well, there's actually there's a Triple Crown threat, so people in the know. Yeah. You know, the guy I know behind the stables has been talking about American Pharoah. But horse racing is a niche thing until actually the Kentucky Derby comes. Then we all get into it. Then if there's 2 races, the same winner, then it's huge. Every year, if you get 2 legs of a Triple Crown, and I love the Kentucky Derby.
I love the Kentucky Derby too, and I watch it for a total of 3 minutes every single year, no matter where I am. I find out exactly when the race time is, the post time, when they're going to walk out there. It's like 6:22. 5 minutes before I turn it on, I watch it, I turn it off, and I never talk about it or do anything again. Now, when you go to the Preakness, which is the second race, that's when it's on. That's when everybody tunes in to see, all right, can this guy do it? Can this horse do it? Can this trainer? And if that horse goes 2 in a row, then it goes off the charts. It's standard procedure every year.
Seton is a jockey, an athlete.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I've been on a horse a couple of times and was scared to death. So that's got to count for something,
Some
right?
bravery for athletics.
Yeah, I think they're athletes, right?
I think so too, because it's kind of like a NASCAR driver. They're controlling something that's doing all the work, but if they're not an athlete, that means you could take any 4'8" guy and place him in the same spot, and then you get the exact same result.
Right.
Because that means his ability has nothing to do with it.
But I'm a little confused. We're talking about horse racing or polo? Because if there's not a ball, what makes him an athlete?
Hockey doesn't have a ball.
If there's not a spherical object, that's a technicality.
Well, boxing.
So runners, right? They're
boxing.
not athletes.
Running a straight line, that takes a ton of athleticism.
Swimming.
You throw a ball out there and try and get it in the basket or over the goal line.
So if they were running it and dribbling the ball,
yes,
now it's athletic.
That's athletic.
And doing hurdles.
That'd be good. I watch that.
Yeah, no, I'm a strong believer. If there's no ball, it's not athletic.
Okay, well, Paulie, how about this one? Would you rather be the winning jockey at the Kentucky Derby or win the Daytona 500 as a driver?
I can't even believe you asked me that.
Come on.
I would.
We should probably cut that from the tape. That's just embarrassing.
I would want to win the Daytona 500 over about anything in sports, just about. I mean, that's awesome. Daytona
Probably
500.
would want to meet the Daytona 500 winner over winning the Kentucky Derby.
That's 100% right.
Yeah. First of all, who wants to be 4'9" to start with?
The Daytona
and wear
500.
those weird pants.
The Daytona 500 is like
the
it's like
goggles
Rush.
and everything.
The Daytona 500 is like right here.
Yeah, but also you win the horse race. It's like, and congratulations to Big Brown.
That's it.
Yeah. And what about the guy who rode him?
Yeah.
It's not like, hey, congratulations to Chevrolet. No, it's congratulations to Jimmy Johnson.
Nobody makes less money for what they do than jockeys. Nobody.
Hey, Fritzy, what's your favorite fringe sporting event every year?
My favorite fringe sporting event. I would probably. You know what? I'm gonna say, if there's a big boxing match, that would probably be an obvious one, or if it's an Olympic year. But I've been watching a little more soccer. Shockingly, I tease the guys about it. With my son's been playing the video games and stuff, and then the World Cup gets us into it a little bit. I'll take a peek at it if there's nothing else. I don't know if hockey's really considered a fringe sport. So I can't say
just
hockey.
out of curiosity, it is the most popular sport in the world by like 5 That's a fringe sport. Soccer.
To me, I think in the United States it's still.
In the United States, it's probably
I do know. I'm just
whether it deserves to be or not, I think in North America, it still has some work to do to be considered like baseball, basketball, and football.
I hear you. All right, my favorite fringe event is actually the International Steven Seagal Lookalike Contest. Lots of fringe there. All right, coming up, it is Fight Night in the Man Cave. Put them up. We're back here at the Box Score. Guys, the sports world has been salivating at the pure epicness that will be this sports weekend, partially because of the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. Now, if you've put a crowbar in the wallet and you've got the fight, you know that's going to cost a lot of scratch, but not nearly as much as a front row ticket. As of yesterday, there was a front row ticket in the corner, and those were going for $87,500, which could obviously buy a lot of sports memorabilia. That's why today we are going to play More or Less, the Packweather edition. I will give you an item of sports memorabilia. You tell me whether it is more or less than that single front row seat at the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. We will start with the front row, and the winners, of course, will get the front row seats. The losers will be parking cars at Fritzy's son's bar mitzvah. Front row. This is for Seton. It's the on-deck circle from Derek Jeter's 3,000th hit. More or less than that fight ticket.
So more or less than 80,000?
Yes.
Less.
Yeah. It is less. $16,730 for that. Back row. How about the ultimate VIP experience for four at the Masters? That includes travel, accommodations, meals, and tickets. Are 4 of these packages more or less than the one ticket?
I think it's close.
I'm going to say it's probably still less.
I think the Masters is more.
You think this is going to come out to more than it?
I think
$20,000 a piece.
Yeah, because
I bet you it's high, but I think it's.
All right, let's go less then.
Yeah, I think they're trying to make a point here.
We're going to go less.
Expensive the boxing tickets are, so we're going to say less.
Yeah, Fritzy with the logic there. It is less. It is $50,000. Front row. You've always dreamed of spending a week with a mascot, so how about booking Mr. Met for 7 straight days? Would a week with a living baseball be more or less than a ticket?
That shouldn't cost you more than $8.
Yeah, you'd have to pay me $80,000 to hang out with Mr.
It's like
Met
a magician coming to your kids, right?
Do you have to pay him to go away?
Yeah.
Part of it?
Yeah. Much less.
$412.
Well, surprisingly, you can get this guy for $600 an hour. It would be $100,800. Keep him around all week.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, so it's more?
Yeah. For Mr. Met?
Yeah,
You'd probably get a deal with that many hours. They probably prorate it down to about 70.
With that?
Yeah.
I know.
That's crazy.
Back row, based on his contract, what about taking 8 pitches from Clayton Kershaw? Would you pay more or less for 8 tosses than that ticket?
8 pitches. Oh, that's a great question.
It is a great question. You think it's more?
Why don't you?
I think it would be a lot more interesting this one that they picked if it's actually more for the pitches.
I like
than
the way
in
you're.
seat.
I like the way you're thinking.
We're gonna say that costs more than a great spot at the fight.
Well, the ticket is $87,500. It would be less at $80,000. He gets paid roughly $10,000 per pitch. God. Front row, this is for Paulie.
Sure is.
How about a 1984 game-used and signed Michael Jordan rookie road jersey? More or less than a ticket.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. Whatever. I don't even know what you said.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
An 84 game-used
what's that?
Michael Jordan rookie road jersey.
Jordan.
$80,000 for that.
Sign me up. Kids can go to college, junior college. Junior college is supposed to be great.
So you're saying yes.
Is it
Yes.
signed?
More
Jordan.
than $80,000.
With that look from Seton, I can tell you that it only costs $70,500.
Oh,
So it is incorrect. It is
I
less.
stoke up the bidding.
That's an
Tough question.
insane amount.
And finally, the back row, a true heavyweight. It's
need
a
them to miss
game-used Babe Ruth Louisville Slugger signature model bat from 1923. What do you think? More or less than a ticket?
That's dope.
Shouldn't that be like
That is dope.
Yes.
Yeah, we think that Babe Ruth bat should be more than a ticket to the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, you would think that. Pull your money together because it's actually less. $38,500 for that bat.
We should chip in and get
I would
that for the
pay.
Yankees.
I would if I had the money. I would buy that.
That's under $40,000 for a Babe Ruth bat.
Yeah.
Well, and the winning row is, well, I'm sorry, both of you are going to be parking cars, all of you are going to be parking cars at Fritzy's kids. All right, stay with us. Don't go away. We're heading out to some major games. How are we getting there? The only way I know how. In a Ram Heavy Duty with its best-in-class towing, torque, and horsepower. Throw all the goodies in the back, pop-up tent. We can tailgate, do whatever we need to. Oh, guts, glory. Oh, yes. It's my truck. It's the Ram. Welcome back to the Box Score. We're closing up shop here at the bar. Guys, a lot of sports media is setting up in Vegas for the fight. Now, Paulie, let me ask you this one. Would you rather have the show in Vegas for the fight, Kentucky for the Derby, or maybe, what would be the other one? Oh, Chicago for the draft?
Man, it's tough.
That's tough.
That's a tough question. I would like to go to the Kentucky Derby. I think it'd be a really new experience, and we could really have some fun with it. You would think the draft, but the draft you're going to have on some good guests, and it might be a little more predictable. I think the Kentucky Derby, for me, since we've done the draft before, would be neat, because I think we would come up with some pretty interesting stuff.
All right, McLovin, if you could set up the show, you do it every year for the Super Bowl, but if you could set up the show for a week prior to one sporting event in history, which one would it have been?
Oh, I got this.
In history of the world.
Yes, of course.
I'm going to go back to,
You're going back to the Coliseum?
The gladiators at the Coliseum, set up right outside the Senate. Maybe have, some figs. Okay, all seriousness, it's got to be, I know. New York City, Ali Frazier won.
Oh, can I try to top you?
Yeah,
I think
ahead.
Paul's going to top him with...
You know where I'm going. 1936 Berlin. I would like to lead up to Jesse Owens, 100-meter win
knew it.
in front of Hitler. I would like to do a remote We could have Tim Kawakami on set. He could cover some
Love
stuff
Tim
back home.
Kawakami.
And then we could really break down Jesse Owens, what he's doing.
He's versatile.
I think this goes without saying, but the back row would not be present for that week of shows.
Of course you would.
Stay back home.
Well, actually, because of budget cuts, they would not let you guys go. But it wouldn't be about your religion.
That's a work from home week.
Yeah, let's fly over
I'm
to
gonna go ahead
Germany.
and skip this one.
We'll catch up with you following.
Wasn't that bad yet in 36.
Following week's fine. A couple of vacation days.
Use up our vacation.
So you're not asking anyone to do a tape for your kid's bar mitzvah at that one. All right. Well, Seton, you know, if the show had been in Vegas, DP would have tried to get you in the ring with maybe a fighter. Now, who's going to last longer? You and Pacquiao for 30 seconds, or maybe Fritzy on a bucking Bronco for 8 seconds?
That's a great question.
Oh, I gotta get over this way, guys. Guys, I gotta stop. Stop, guys.
A groin hernia.
That's regular speed.
I don't know. I could probably get beat up for 30 seconds.
I think you could run away from him for...
Wait a second.
I think I could get beat up for 30 seconds more than Todd could stay on a real
If you
Bronco.
kind of run around and duck around.
Oh, yeah, that's a bet. I think you could last 12 seconds with Pacquiao. Because you could move and probably just do this a lot, and he would have to track you down.
You think Todd could stay on 8 seconds on a real Bronco?
No, he would be off that Bronco within, I would say, honestly, less than 3 seconds.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So it's a push, neither one of us.
Well, we
Yeah,
saw
you
what
go
happened,
like
saw what
12,
happened on
he
a
go like
mechanical
3.
bull. If that's what I'm how I'm going to perform on a mechanical bull.
Extremely slow mechanical bull.
Hey, guys, stop, guys.
All right, Fritzy,
brought
would
back bad
Vegas
memories
be
of the
the
amusement
most
park.
dangerous destination for you, given your sort of proclivity for the nude women?
It would be you know what, probably a push between Vegas and what's that part of California where they do all the porn movies?
The Valley.
Chatsworth. Yeah, I would say between the Valley, between Chatsworth and Vegas. Based on what I'm reading on the boxes of the VHS tapes, everything seems to be coming out of Chatsworth.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm actually going to give the edge to Chatsworth. That's where
The only man who still has a VCR.
That would be difficult.
Todd Fritz, who's on Monday.
Reggie Miller will join us on Monday to recap the latest from the NBA playoffs. We'll also look around to see the appropriate guests off of, whether it's the Kentucky Derby. We'll see how the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight plays out, the rest of the rounds of the NFL draft. Tuesday, we're going to be in New York, where Pedro Martinez will be joining us on
That's
site.
going to be great.
That's going to kick ass.
Yeah.
That will be excellent. All right, thank you, gentlemen. We are back to, Monday right here on Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. The podcast is available on iTunes or at podcast1.com. Have a great weekend.
I don't know a lot about sports, but I can drink a lot of beer.
My motto is simple. C's get degrees.
Need a long, inappropriate hug? I'm your man.
I think I'm smarter than you, because I probably am.
Hey, thanks for watching the box score. Holy cow!